Hi, it's James here from the Sprinkled Donut Forge in Moscow, Texas. It's late at night, and I've done more work to the box jaw tongs, and I just want to give you a little advice on making tongs. Here's the box that I made, which you saw in a previous video. Notice I gave it a little lean this way, and I made the handle go the other way according to the offset. You see kind of how it looks. Here's the other part. The other part fits into the box, and it needs to look identical, same offset. You would think you need to oppose these things, but you don't. They need to look the same when you're holding them the same direction, like this. So when you oppose them, they come together. Now what I did was I clamped the ends together, aligned the bosses, and found the most meat between the two. And I drilled this hole. You can punch the holes, but if you have a good metal drill, there's no reason why you can't drill these holes. So that makes them come together nice. When I clamped the ends together, I heated this portion right here with the clamp in place, and I smashed them flat to where they would scissor. I took this old iron clock weight, which I drilled out to make a monkey tool. I put a piece of 5/16 stock into it and left a time and a half the diameter of this stock sticking out the top. Of course, I used a little coal dust and water to keep it from sticking down in there. I'm not going to dry this in there because I had to use vice grips to get it out. But what I did was I mushroomed this head with the ball peen end of a ball peen hammer and created this rivet. And I drilled a 5/16 hole through the bosses in the thick part like I talked about. Now when you put these together, I'm just going to kind of assemble them, show you what I'm talking about. Let me get a hammer. Oh, hammers everywhere. Here's what you got. Now, of course, same rule of thumb, time and half the diameter goes for how much is going to stick out of here. So you can measure that or eyeball it or whatever. What you got to do is you got to mark and cut that off. You have to heat this rivet and peen it over the same way you did this side in the monkey tool. Now, if you notice, the reins on these are very short. So I'm going to draw out a piece of the same material, railroad spike, and divide it, and forge weld those on to make longer reins, to get me a little further away from what I'm holding that's really hot. But you can see that pretty good box jaw tongs. If you got a piece of 1-inch stock, such as the one I fitted it to earlier, it holds it very securely. And that's what I need. It's not going to do well until I peen the rivet over and do a little adjustment. But I just wanted to kind of update you on what I've been doing and give you a few tips on how to make tongs work. Railroad spikes are a great tong material, but sometimes you have to add on, depending on how much material you use to create your jaws and your boss. So, hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, bye.